Yo, it's Afflicting, and here's my performance in the Solo Victory Cash Cup on Saturday. I had played it the 2 weeks before. One of them, the first one, I got around 1200th. It made it to round two. Last week, I did not do very well and got, I think, 53 points, finished around 7700, so I didn't make round two. However, going into today, I don't really have a game plan laid out. I used to kind of have a game plan if I wanted to keep game one or how I wanted to do it, and I think that's part of me getting back into comp that I need to have a mindset of how I want to play the tournament and what is going to be the most effective. This is a 2 hour tournament, so I'm not really used to these. I think these are fairly new. So I don't necessarily know the best way to play it, but I think that's part of the learning curve and getting used to the new formats. But looking at top 7,500, make it round two, I feel like that's something that I should be able to do every single time without having much thought about it. Either way, let's hop into game one and see how I do today. So game one didn't go to plan. I don't know if I was nervous or what, but my edits, my build, just everything was slow and clunky, and that just can't happen. I don't know what was going on. I know I didn't have a Havoc, but that's just gonna be the reality of Fortnite. So that was extremely frustrating. Not that I died, that's gonna happen, but more the way that I played it. You know, it's just frustrating when you don't play how you know you can. So going into game two, you can tell that the lobby is kind of hitching or something. It's hard to describe, but you'll kind of see every now and then my character hitch. Oof, not good again. I know how to combat, but the same scenario that you got to be able to play with other shotguns. And I shot that stair twice, as usually the Havoc will break it the first time. So I thought that the second one would break the stair, and it didn't. Let him edit and one pump me. Either way, I can't be overextending like that. My whole body was there for him to get a free pump on me, and that's just bad. Either way, going into game three, we need to bounce back. So, as you can tell, I decided to pick up the ODM gear, and I honestly should have probably keyed with them. I just don't know how they work. You have a certain amount of charges, and sometimes it tells me it has no ammo, and I should have known that before going into this tournament. But I decided to switch back to the sword and just play it out. I think because I've been nervous, I just didn't trust myself keying. That was a much better game and puts us on pace to qual. I don't like that I'm not looking for height. I'm none of the stuff that I should be doing, and I know that. So I need to pick that up next week is making plays for height and stuff like that. But let's hop into game 4. Yeah, that hurts. 12th place isn't bad, but I was expecting to get myself close to the 55 points you need to qual that game. I shouldn't have sorted up. I should have recognized that it was dead over there and just went more straight out instead of up. But either way, we're still on pace to qual with three more games to play. So here's game five. Oh my god. Not much to say after that one. I didn't expect to be on the verge of the qualifying, and I still have two games left. I only need 11 points, but I thought by this point in the tournament I'd be far and ahead past 55. So I need to do something big game six to get us past it. Yeah, I know that was bad. You can tell if you look back at that sword. I was so scared of swording up in the air after last game or whatever game that was that I died. Um, that I sorted straight into the ground. A little bit unluckiness, but also just I gotta play that way better. I also mismanaged the time. That I thought I had plenty time to get into another game, and you can, if I'm showing you this screen, then you know how it all plays out at this point. So here's the final result. We ended up at 8.7K, which is extremely awful. And there's always stuff you can blame it on, but the reality is I didn't play a tournament aggressive. I didn't key any game. I just decided early on that I was not fighting well today and decided to just play him off for end game, which is fine. Usually my end game can handle that, but my awareness was awful. I wasn't checking for height. I wasn't looking for refreshes, and my awareness was just all around bad today. It's hard to post these, especially just now getting into YouTube. That'd be easier just to ignore this and act like it didn't happen, but um, I think it's good for me too, just to recognize that I'm nowhere near where I used to be or where I need to be, and to look forward to improving and trying to find a way to get back to the player that I know I can be. So as we move into the next week, we have FNCS this week and another Solo Cash Cup that I look forward to doing better, and I'll be putting in a little work to make sure I get it done. Either way, I'm out, and I'll see you all next week.